Hello, this is Ashley Stevens with UNCF. We are here with Dr. Mary Schmidt Campbell, president of Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome, Dr. Campbell.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Absolutely. And while you're here, I wanted to know if you could just share with us what are some of the learnings so far that you've received about UNCF's Career Pathways initiatives, and how will you take those learnings back to Spelman College?
Well, what I love is that we're not talking about just getting a job. We're thinking about what is the world going to look like in the next 5, 10, 20 years, and what kind of student do we want to be out there in the world. So that really means taking a hard look at the way we teach, the environment we create, and what kind of attributes are really important for our students.
Right. And so speaking of attributes, what are some of the programs and what are some of the things that you already have in place at Spelman that you think will be enhanced or uplifted by the Career Pathways Initiative?
So we started a great innovation lab, and that's a place where one of our computer science faculties and one of our sculptors, one of our artists, got together and created an environment where students and faculty, or faculty and faculty, or just groups of students themselves can come in and have a project and then develop that project in collaborative teams. And it's not a standard or conventional classroom, but it's definitely a learning environment.
Mm-hmm. And I think having new approaches to learning, that's also something that this initiative aims to do.
Absolutely.
So are you excited about the possibilities that faculty will have through the Career Pathways Initiative?
Oh, I think faculty are essential. We had a group of faculty who got together last summer and came up with a whole new way of getting our students to think about the way they learn. It's called Metacognitive Instruction. And they were able to win a large grant from the Department of Education, but what's great is that the faculty are willing to experiment, to try something different, try something new, and I think that's what we have to do in order to really begin to shape the kind of student and bold thinker that we need for the 21st century.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. And, obviously, Spelman College is one of the nation's preeminent, institutions of higher learning.
Thank you.
It absolutely is. And so I guess, the women who graduate from Spelman are often afforded opportunities in the career or in continuing education, whatever they choose to do. So I guess I want to know, what are some of the obstacles that HBCU students and or Spelman women may face in landing meaningful employment upon graduation?
Well, one of the things you just said is that Spelman women themselves go out and they've already started to change the world. One of the barriers we want to take away is the notion that they don't have access to mentors. So we bring our own alumni in to mentor our women, because they have been out there in the world and they know what it is to be a black woman and to be a Spelman woman and to be part of the sisterhood. So they can make a connection at a very deep level with our young women to prepare them for the future.
Love it. Mentorship.
Yes.
Mentorship.
Yes. With our own alumni base.
Love it. What do you think is the value of having a mentor, particularly for young women?
So having our alumni mentors, they can be very candid. They can say, no, that's not going to work. This is what you'll need. This is how you will have to present yourself. This is how you will have to speak. This is the knowledge you'll have to have. But they deliver that candor with love and support at the same time. And I think that's something very special that alumni from all schools can bring to the development of the careers for our students.
Got it. How do you think there will be a different perspective that employers have when they look at Spelman College because of the practices and the knowledge and skills that we put in place through the Career Pathways Initiative?
So I think another part of this is that not only should we have partnerships, obviously, with our alums, we should be developing partnerships with those prospective employers. We should be bringing our students in for paid internships very early on, getting feedback from the employers to find out how do they do, where are the gaps, where do we need future development. Maybe even having some of our alumni, some of our faculty have a temporary position in some of these partnerships to understand what the contemporary workplace looks like these days. Mm-hmm. So that as they're thinking about courses and thinking about developing curriculum, they have an understanding of what the contemporary workforce requires.
I like that, and I think in building upon what the workforce requires, something that Dr. Lomax spoke about, and has spoken about a lot recently is, being more than just a career or a job
Right.
or a means to an end.
Right.
more so, make sure you've identified your vocation, your
Right.
calling, and your passion.
Right.
So what is the significance to you for your women of Spelman who are graduating and moving forward in life? What does it mean
Right.
to make sure that they have a meaningful career and vocation experience
Right.
upon graduation?
Look, I started my career as a curator and a museum director, and here I am, a college president. I mean, that's the course for everybody. Your whatever job you start with is not going to be the job necessarily, or the career path that you're going to end up with. So you have to have not only very specific professional skills, but you have to have resilience and versatility and a kind of audacity and a willingness to take risks and try things new. So there's a kind of attitude also that we have to implant, as well as those solid skills.
Got it. Love it. And fully agree there. And I guess lastly, as as we're forward thinking and this is going to create a pathway for students to, be successful in the future, where do you, Dr. Campbell, envision Spelman College 7 to 10 years from now, particularly for students and their postgraduate placements?
So I envision Spelman College as a leader. I think that we are doing some things now that will permit us to go out into the educational world and say, we've tried this pedagogically, we have tried this in terms of undergraduate research, we've tried this globally, and we have demonstrated outcomes that nobody else can match.
Right.
And I'm looking for us to speak to the broader educational community in a leadership role.
Love it. We'll continue to
Thank
lead,
you.
continue to strive for the best and excellence in all that you do, as we know you will at Spelman College. Dr. Mary Schmidt-Campbell here from Spelman College at UNCF's Career Pathways Initiative convening.
Thank you.